Hi, I'm Ken Wolf, Artistic Director of Manhattan Rep, the host of the Playwriting podcast, and the creator of the Creativity course. Welcome to the 5 Secrets of Superpowered Creativity. Over the next little bit, I'm going to go through some amazing strategies so that you can be more creative in your life, in your work, in your creative projects. And these 5 superpowered secrets are just incredible. So let's go. The first secret to superpowered creativity is to trust your right brain. Don't figure it out. How many times have you been working on a project and you sit there trying to figure it out, you're figuring it out and hours go by, it's late at night and you're still figuring it out and you finally come up with something and it just isn't good. So this superpowered creativity secret is to trust your right brain and not try to figure it out. When I'm in rehearsal with actors and we're stuck on a scene, I'll just stop and say, you know what? The answer is here in this room. And we will figure it out tomorrow. So when you're stuck, you just let it go. You just let it go. So let's say you're working on a creative project, right? And you're stuck. So what do? You go, my God, I'm stuck. Let me go for a walk, right? Let me go outside. Let me go meet a friend for dinner and just totally stop. And know that you will find the answer. So I'm just going to dinner right now, and when I come back late tonight, I'll work on this again, and I will find the answer. And invariably, that is what happens. You got to remember that your creativity is your unconscious mind, basically, because that is the place in you where magical answers just come out of nowhere. So if you set it up, you're stuck, you go, you know what? I think I'll figure this out later, but I'm going to take a break and I'm going to have some fun and do something really cool. And when you come back, I guarantee you will find the answer. Or if not when you come back, you'll find the answer when you're in the shower. It'll go, boom, oh, that's what I was trying to figure out. Because you can't figure out things in life. You can't, it just doesn't work. Or what you figure out is not new and inspired. Basically, when you're using your left brain trying to figure things out, you are accessing that part of you that knows everything that you know, right? So you're only going to get solutions based on what you know. But when you access your creative part of your brain, your right brain, you're going to get information that is pulled from everywhere because your unconscious mind pulls things in all the time. And boom, you're going to get something new, something exciting, something you never could have forced yourself to think of. Right? Forced yourself to think of. So that's what happens when you're trying to figure something out. I was working with a playwriting coaching client the other day, and she said, my God, I was sitting there trying to figure it out. And I just said, don't try to figure it out. And she said, what? I said, yes, don't try to figure it out. And you know what? The next day, it came to her. And that is what happens. So from this day on, when you get into the mode of trying to figure out the solution, figure it out, and it doesn't come immediately, stop, call up a friend, go out for dinner, go for a run, go to a movie, do something really fun, knowing that you will discover the idea when you get back to work. So give it a whirl. The next secret to superpowered creativity is to choose beginner's mind. So what do I mean by beginner's mind? Basically, I'm going to use an analogy again from directing. What I do when I walk into that room is I let go of all my ideas of how I think the scene should be. I just let it all go. And then I come in and I ask questions of the actors, right? And through that collaboration of asking questions and being there and not having a decision of where I want it to go, we discover the most amazing things. So when you're working in collaboration, one of the things that you can do is you can ask questions, not say, let's figure it out. What do you think? What's your answer? No, just throw out questions to the group. What could it be? And then they'll kick it around, and then they'll throw out answers, then you'll throw out answers. And this is not really brainstorming. It's just asking questions to discover things. Not say, like, throw out 10 ideas, and I'll throw out 10 ideas, because that's all, you're figuring out those ideas. But when you ask questions and come from beginner's mind, energy of the group, boom, 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 bing, we'll discover the most amazing creative solutions. And you can do this on your own. Let's say you're working on writing a novel or writing a play. You can sit there and go, okay, I have an idea of where I want it to go, and I built my outline of the play or my outline of the novel. But I'm just going to start right here, and I'm just going to write from a place of not knowing. It's really important that you don't think about, last time it was terrible, oh my God, I was all stuck and it was horrible and, my God, and this is not working, it's terrible, I don't know what to do. No, sit down, look at your outline or your emotional event map if you're writing a play, and just write from it, let it go, access that creative part and just write and write and write and write and write and write and write. And it's really important when you write that you don't edit. Just write, just let it channel out, let it write, don't edit it, just go, 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 go. And then when you're done with your writing period, the next writing period you can edit, you can use your other side of your brain and you can edit because that again is analytical and that is what your left brain is. But it's really important you just sit down and not know what's next and say, let's just write. Okay, I have an outline, but I don't know what I'm going to say. It's not yesterday, it's not today, it's today, right now. Let me just write and let me make this happen. And if you add a little bit of fun to it, oh my God, fun is the greatest thing. Like, how can I have fun and write this scene today? How can I have fun and write this, the next chapter in my novel, right? Or how can I have fun and actually, do this report at work, which I really hate doing, right? But when you add a little fun to it too, wow, bam, boom, boom, it's fantastic. But ultimately, you need to start with beginner's mind, like be in the moment. Forget about yesterday, forget about what you have to have happen, forget about your deadline, forget about all that stuff and just show up in the moment. And a great way to get into the moment is to take 3 deep breaths before you write or get into any creative activity. Just take 3 nice big breaths. And what that does, it brings you into the present moment. Get clear on what you're writing and write. Let it go. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. But start from that place of really being present and in your experience. And you will write and you will create the most amazing things. The next key to superpowered creativity is to let it incubate. Now, what do I mean by let it incubate? Well, we talked about it earlier in terms of, not trying to figure it out. But sometimes when you're trying to figure out, the idea doesn't come right away. It doesn't come the next day. Well, sometimes you just need to trust and give it another day. Just give it another day and say, you know what, I know the idea is going to come and it's going to happen. And sometimes, big, amazing ideas, let's say you're trying to figure out, your new livelihood. Let's say you want to start a new business or something like that. That may not come the next day, but it may come in 2 days. Or it may come when you're at the theater or in a movie. Like, oh my God, I know what I need to do. My next creative endeavor in terms of business is going to be X, Y, and Z. But sometimes you just have to let things incubate. But there is a way that you can make this all go a little faster. And that is something that I call mindstorming. And what you do when you're mindstorming, it's very different than brainstorming. When you mindstorm, you take a piece of paper out and you write down, let's say you're working on a new business. And you write down all the new businesses that it could be. Every single thing, crazy ones, good ones, goofy ones, whatever. You just write it out. Write all these ideas for your brand new business. Just write it out. Take about 10 minutes. Just keep writing every single crazy idea, not whether it's good or bad. You just write it out. 10, maybe 15 minutes. Just write every crazy idea of what could be your next business. And then call up a friend. Go out to dinner, okay? Have some fun, Next day, get to your writing. Don't even think about it. Don't worry about it. Get to your writing, get to your work, go to your job, whatever it is, and have fun, X, Y, and Z. And you'll be surprised within 1 or 2 days, maybe 3, bing, the idea will come to you because you put it in and said, I want to find the great job. And it probably won't be any of those businesses on your list. It'll be something new, something where your unconscious mind just linked it up and found things that work for you and ideas, and boom, it'll show up. And that's fantastic. So try this mind-storming technique and let things incubate. It may even take a week, but trust that you've put the information in to your creative part of you, and trust that it will manifest. Trust that the answer will be given to you. Because if you don't trust that the answer will be given to you, it won't be, because you're telling your mind that, okay? So you need to trust that the answer will come. And if you do that, the answer will definitely come. So let it incubate. Let the big creative things that you're looking for, let them incubate. And you will be amazed at what happens. Amazed. The next key to superpowered creativity is to amp it up. So let's say you get your great idea for your business. Oh my God, what a great idea. I love it. It's wonderful. Now, take it even further. Ask the question, how can I make this idea even better? How can I, maybe add something to it or do something else? But how can I make it even better and have more fun with the creation of this business? And keep asking that question, how can I make this even better? See what's happening? These questions, boom, go to your creative side. How can I make it even better? And boom, you'll get these ideas. You may not get them right away because you have to incubate them a little bit. But when you get that great big idea, ask the question, how can I make it even better? Amp it up. How can I affect more people with my business? How can I connect to more people with my business? How can I have more fun with this new business? How can I bring in my friends into this new business? How can I make this a social event where we give back to the world with this business? But ask these questions, right? How can I make this even better? So you get the idea. How can you go even further with it? How can you make it unique and special and fun and wild? How can, this new business allow me to travel around the world, right? Fantastic, right? Maybe it could just be totally virtually and you could just travel around the world and live in different places while you're doing this business. But ask these questions and boom, within a day, you will get amazing answers. If you trust it, let it incubate, and trust that you will get the answers. Now, initially, this is hard because you're, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I'm not very creative. All those kinds of things you think about yourself. But if you begin to just try it out, let me just trust 3 days that I'll get this answer. I'll just trust 3 days and I'll get this answer, right? Do that. Just try it out as an experiment. Let me see if I just trust this. It sounds kind of crazy because I'm not used to really working with my unconscious mind. But let me just trust for 3 days and see what happens. And you will be amazed. So, when you get a great creative idea, amp it up. Ask the question, how can I make this even better? Or the question, how can I make it even more fun? Or the question, how can I travel the world and do this business? Whatever you want to do, but ask these wonderful questions and let those questions incubate and trust that it will happen. So the next key to superpowered creativity is to find another answer. So what do I mean by this? Well, so let's say you discovered your one great idea and then you added to it and it's just awesome, it's amazing, oh my God, it's fantastic. I've added to it and boom, I discovered all these things, it's a great idea. Well, go through the process again. Mindstorming for that great creative idea, that great business, whatever it might be. Go through the process again, 10, 15 minutes, write it all out, give yourself a day or two, trust that you get the answer, and see what comes up. Because often we'll jump to a solution, and the solution will be good and exciting, but it's also good to have maybe 2, or maybe 3. And then you look at the 3 of them and say, wow, this one is actually better, and it will connect with me on a personal level, and I'll be more excited to do it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So do it at least with another solution, because there are a million solutions to any questions that you ask yourself. So why not look for other solutions too, and then choose the best one that works for you? It's fantastic. You get this great, wonderful idea for a new business, and then you do it again, and you might get an even better idea, and then maybe try it a 3rd time, and it might be this fantastic idea. But whatever, pick the one that works for you. This is really, really fun, and you can apply this to everything. You know, when you get a creative solution, say, well, let me look for another creative solution, because you know what? There are always more creative solutions, and the second or the third might be even better. So don't settle for the first great idea. Go for at least two more, you know? Go for at least two more. It's so much fun. And then you begin to look at all the possibilities that there are in this world. We get so caught in our heads, like, oh, there's only one solution. I have to sell my apartment and move to, Mexico. That's the solution. When it's just ridiculous nonsense we have in our heads. There are a million solutions to every problem, a million solutions. So create at least three. And it will open doors and open your brain and open your creativity in amazing, amazing ways. And it will fuel your creativity in all areas of your life. So have fun with this. Just have fun. Find great, wonderful, creative answers and make your life rock. So there you have it, the 5 keys to superpowered creativity. Don't figure it out. Start with beginner's mind. Let it incubate. Amp it up after you get that creative solution. And then look for other creative solutions to the same challenge. If you use these 5 superpowered techniques, secrets of creativity, your life will transform. So I want you to do that. Thank you for purchasing this program, and thank you for believing in creativity and for being a creative person. We are all creative people. We just have to remember that and take action and do things differently to access our unconscious mind. This is Ken Wolf, Artistic Director of Manhattan Rep, the host of the Playwriting Podcast, and the creator of the Creativity Course. And this has been the 5 secrets of superpowered creativity.